Netflix just released the official trailer for Stranger Things Season 4, and it looks like fans are in for another wild ride. The show is set to return on May 27th and will take place in 1985, 1 year after the events of Season 3. Details about the plot are still sketchy, but we do know that the town of Hawkins is facing a new threat from an unknown evil. Along with the new poster featuring a retro-styled 11, here are some updates on the new season so far. First up, the release date and airing. After several delays due to the COVID pandemic and technical difficulties, the 4th season is just over the horizon. The season will be 9 episodes long and will be divided into 2 separate parts, with part 1 being aired on the 27th of May and the second part being released later on the 1st of July, unlike any of its previous seasons. The reason for this change is apparently not because of an increase in the number of episodes, but rather an increase in the length of each episode. Comparing it to the second season, which also had 9 episodes but a single release date, it can be determined that each episode is going to be longer than the usual 50 to 55 minute viewing. According to the show's creators, the Duffer brothers, the increase in the length of the episodes was due to just how much content they had to fit into the season. In part of a long announcement letter, they stated that the season had 9 scripts with over 800 total pages, around 2 whole years of filming, and thousands of visual effects shots. They went on to explain that although this was the most challenging season to make, it was also the most rewarding. It is clear that the cast and crew have poured their hearts into the show, and we can't wait to see how it goes. Next, going retro. The official Stranger Things Twitter account recently tweeted out a new character posting for the upcoming 4th season. The tweet is captioned, "Good morning, 11," while the poster features the character in her Hawkins National Laboratory attire, with the lab itself below her. Fans have speculated that this poster might be hinting toward 11's origins as well as her time spent as a subject at the Hawkins National Laboratory. This could also be hinting at the return of Dr. Martin Brenner, the head scientist at Hawkins Lab who experimented on 11 and the other children. This theory isn't such a huge stretch considering Matthew Modine is included as a cast member for the 4th season, but we don't know if he will appear as a flashback or is still alive. The last time we saw Dr. Brenner, he had seemingly been killed by a Demogorgon at the end of season 1. However, he died off screen out of the sights of any viewers, leaving room for a return in the coming seasons. Specifically, the 8th episode titled Papa will likely feature him as an integral character, and the episode The Massacre at Hawkins Lab could possibly show us his point of view following his death and show us what he has been up to since. What to expect from the new season? Season 4's official teaser gave us a closer look at several of the season's elements that we already learned about. 11 is now living with the Byers in California and trying to have a normal adolescent high school life. The teaser also revealed that Hopper is still alive, although captured by the Russians who are busy conducting their own experiments on the Upside Down. Robert Englund, the actor who played the iconic horror movie villain Freddy Krueger, is also introduced as the mysterious Victor Creel. The latest trailer further adds to the hype by giving us a closer look at the key plot points, as well as foreshadowing Max's story and introducing a new deadly villain. We see Max at her brother Billy's tombstone crying over his sacrifice. He had served as a pawn for the Mind Flayer's plans for global dominance as the Upside Down's informant in Hawkins. It appears that Max is now the new target since he's no longer around. We also see her float off the ground as the rest of the kids watch in pure shock. Could this mean that she is going to reclaim the abilities that 11 lost? Only time will tell. What's happening in Russia? The official trailer shows us that Hopper has managed to survive the apparent demise in the 3rd season, but has now somehow been teleported all the way to Russia, where he is living his life as a prisoner, attempting to find a way back home. The poor guy can't seem to catch a break. The trailer also showed us that the Soviets have a Demogorgon of their own kept locked away in an underground vault, but we have yet to know what their grand plan is. Could they be trying to weaponize the Upside Down to use at their own will? We see him getting interrogated pretty roughly by the Russians, as well as being forced to fight the captured Demogorgon alongside other prisoners, in what looked like a freak accident to determine the Demogorgon's strength. There are multiple scenes in the trailer where US government agents talk about a potential war with Russia that is just over the horizon, and that without 11's powers, they stand no chance of winning. Next, the mysterious Creel House. One of the earlier teasers for Season 4 showed us a scene set in the 1950s when an unknown family moves into the Creel House. house. The teaser gave a glimpse of the Upside Down breaking into the world under the Creel house just like in the first season. The owner of the house, Victor Creel, is currently in a psychiatric facility after apparently murdering his entire family. Could it be that the Demogorgon were the ones who killed his family and left him to take the blame? We get yet another glimpse at the character in the official trailer. Could he end up being an integral source of information to our heroes who hope to seal the Upside Down for good? We can't wait to find out. And a brand new villain. The trailer also introduced a terrifying new creature unlike anything we've seen in the show before. It's very likely that this is being referred to in the episode's title as Vecna. Unlike any other monsters from the Upside Down, this is one of the humanoid in appearance that can also use human speech. It could possibly be the Upside Down's equivalent of a human, or simply someone who was stranded in this dangerous realm long ago and has transformed into a monster. In Dungeons & Dragons lore, Vecna was a wizard who pursued dark magic and eventually transformed himself over time into an immortal creature known as a lich. His worshippers further worshipped him and assisted in his ascension to become an actual deity. This is the first intelligent enemy that the Hawkins gang has come across. Up until now, they've only faced off against mindless monstrosities whose only goal is to kill and destroy whatever is in front of them. The addition of the mastermind character to the plot is an inspired one, and we can't wait to see more of. Next, taking the fight to the Upside Down. Fans should expect to see a lot more of the Upside Down. While much of the story of the Stranger Things 3 did not involve the Upside Down, the Duffer brothers confirmed that much of Season 4 will return to the monster-ridden hellscape. The Upside Down is arguably the most exciting aspect of the show, as it is the one thing tying together all the mysterious events and monsters that terrorize the citizens of Hawkins. The trailer features multiple shots of characters in the Upside Down, such as the scene where we see the shirtless Steve battling several creatures while Billy Hargrove, who everyone thought was dead after he sacrificed his life to save his sister, plays a sick riff on his guitar. The return of this character hints towards a future reunion with his sister and her newfound powers. However, we have yet to determine whether this version of Billy is friend or foe. Maybe Max will have to use her abilities to face off against an evil version of her brother juiced up on the dark energy of the Upside Down. Now, every story comes together. Although we saw our main group of friends divided up at the end of last season, fans will be pleased to know that all of these separate storylines will eventually be moving toward a convergence point. We already know that the gang is only at full power when they are all working together, so we are eager to see how each separate story combines into one giant amalgamation. That's a wrap for this video. What are you looking forward to seeing the most in the new season? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.